All right. Thank you so much today also for being part of us today. I am so glad that we managed to have time to be here with you. If I didn't share baby, send anyway, but I do more. Meet me about life. Now, so I do my worship me. Bishop Adonteng Boateng. This is Bishop Adonteng Boateng. You can imagine how happy I feel that I am opportune to be here by the grace of God to share this live event with you. If I didn't share, kese pa me da se ya me share. Na ene no many ya papa Chirema Sante. Papa Chirema Sante is Ghana's finest drama. Feast in the Osi so me who so difference biada. Ochema Sante is a drummer, a percussionist who has played since Kwame Nkrumah's time, played drums in the whole world, been everywhere in the world with great musicians from South Africa, United States of America, and everywhere. Choma Sante has lived in America for a very long time, in the 70s. You know, when nobody has even stepped in America, this great man that is sitting here lived in America. I am very blessed and I feel very grateful that today this great man, Ochema Sante, has joined me here in my offices. He said he has so many things he wants to talk about. Papa Ochema Sante, welcome.
Thank you, Bishop.
What's up? What brings you here?
Yes, I said it's about time I have to come and visit you on a Facebook Live, you know. So I think I'm excited to, and I have some questions to ask you too.
Papa Ochema Sante, I hear this a lot. People have so many questions about life. People come here every day, they want to sit down and talk. Why do you think people do that? Why do you think people travel far and near to come here to ask questions? I don't think I free no and they want to talk about life. I didn't.
Yeah, there's a lot of problems. There are a lot of problems in the world. Nowhere is peace, you know, a lot of problems. So people want to find avenue to solve their problems.
So that's right. There's wrong. People come here a lot.
Yeah.
I really thank God, Pa, because some of the people who come here, they are very matured seniors that I respect and honor. When they come here to talk to me about issues that are going on, the Lord uses me to bless them. But me saying then yamia sepa say e wade hye no wanu monyam e di enipa bahama mitimi enye bibi ka kire wo mo me da say. God bless you, Papa. So what's life? Christmas is coming, New Year is coming. What are your plans?
Plans ni say yani abusia, you know, beget, you know, together ada onyamiase say afi, you know, do enye nipa nyina na afi timito wo mo.
Thank you. I'm so happy. Welcome to Bishop Adonteng Boateng, my small office here. Papa, all right. So you say you have so many questions. I'm also here. What's up? What brings you here? Then
yeah, my first question, Bishop, and is a man who has only been married 3 hours asked me at his reception if I know a good divorce lawyer. And I said, wow, you just got married 3 hours ago, and why do you want a good divorce lawyer? And he said, brother, I made a big mistake. I want to stop it. I made a mistake. You know what? From the church to the reception, we had a fight in the limousine. I asked my wife, why did she spend a night with her former boyfriend in the hotel last night? And that resulted in a fight. Look at my face. She even punched me. So,
but okay, Papa, hold on. You said that one of the reasons why you're here is because a guy married and after 3 hours, he came to you asking you for a divorce lawyer. Because his wife he married to, the woman went and slept with her ex-boyfriend the day before the marriage. The woman is a witch. The woman is a witch. She has already killed a man before the marriage. If your man marries any woman who has the audacity to go to an ex-boyfriend for love, for comfort, it's witchcraft. Because marriage is supposed to be sacrosanct. It's supposed to be very pure. That is why when a woman marries, they put a veil on them. The veil that they put on them indicates that she's covered. She hasn't been opened. If we're going to follow the rules of wedding. So if a woman will go out of her way the day before her marriage and go and sleep with an ex-boyfriend, once a cheat, they are always a cheat. So if the man is thinking that marriage will change the woman, this will not change the woman. It is the choice of the man to either forgive, faith palm me alone. It is the choice of the woman to either divorce the woman or give the woman a chance. A pastor shouldn't advise somebody to divorce. Divorce is not a good thing. But once, if he has evidence of the woman cheating with an ex-boyfriend, such a woman should never be called a wife. And your baby are near worry no. If you are sure about your born, your baby are near worry no. Bame tisika ko worry or ba. I was so bano. Or do you boo mouse or the any dear man so worry. But where more any dear or dear man or Nasa or Connie, former boyfriend or say, on no trim puna ban, son of a worry on pel. The former boyfriend I was so maybe open. I'll personally tell him, because I'm not a bishop here, but if I'm giving general advice, I'll tell him, say, if you say, Adio being pen will be pen. And yes, you'll be in Tisika and worrying a town for. But you obey ye chilese watano, because oba or do one on to 2 numonyama or de shana said that Emma nunco worry will be. Ain't he a warrior so? Se bearman if he say BBC, on can't show by Nabusian for yes or cofa divorce for no musica no mupo. On our mammy on any mammy cocassa. Bema okwa warrior, any pout or sanka would see a foot to pass or be to me. Your mammy. Because mammy or bat is all ban or quantity. I think your mammy back country will be and you're supposed to listen. But I don't think it is necessary for him to go to a divorce lawyer and go start divorcing now. He should talk to his family first, especially his mother, so will be. And also the fact that they married and they are fighting the limousine, it happens a lot. Omukofi ekoye sex ba kumenu penafo obi ada ne baby ntenu enye nwanwa. De nwanwa wo mu ne se enye fe ema wo baby a be ma e hye nanumu. Ai nya onu nkwamati se Ghana fo ma ne bebre eye sa eye be yie. Obabi obeye sa bi oye beyfo. One worry obi a hye wanumu nyam de ka wa hye wo. Be ma one na dada. Da ukwa wire na ukwa koda be ma na chia ma one wada. That is witchcraft because bema ba akono peno anka wanya na mo ankofa ena wo ba nso bema wo mpeno nso nkoshe na brabo mu nkose no nkoha no. You understand my point?
Yes.
If a woman doesn't love a man, you don't need to force yourself into the man's life to go destroy him. Already the woman has set the man up for destruction, and I feel bad for them. So the man must speak to his family and get proper advice. If I'm also advising the woman in these circumstances, I'll tell the woman that a woman is supposed to be pure. A woman is supposed to hold herself in high esteem. Salt is one of the most important things humanity needs. But if salt doesn't respect themselves, people just trample upon it. That is how precious, wonderful, blessed God has made women. Nti oba enyese ototo ho ase. Oba adwama ho. Entoto ho ase kra nti enya de papa. Menyane se eba na me kasa chere na so sofa metu no fo sada beda. Sa de ne de. Onye bidai na oba nso epia bonten se wa ware na otwempra ne sa ne ma na de efia beka ho nti enya de papa. Nti mo onye sa. Efutu amede. That's all I'll tell the woman. Thank you. I pray that if they are listening, she will listen to my advice. And the guy will also be patient. It is not good to marry and fight and throw punches. It is not good. The man should never ever use his hand against a woman he loves. The man should never abuse a woman he loves. The man should never disrespect a woman he loves. And also in the same way, it will take a woman with witchcraft to ever use anything to hate her husband, because marriage is supposed to be harmonize. Marriage is supposed to be, the woman comes to be an addition, a supplement to the husband, but not friction. And marriage is not supposed to be a friction. Then it becomes a satanic vessel. It's supposed to be love. It's supposed to be harmony. That's why we kiss, we cuddle, we love, we enjoy each other when we are in love. I don't know why people do this when they are boyfriends and girlfriends. Only when they marry, then all hell breaks loose. When you marry, you're supposed to marry in love. When you marry, you're supposed to marry in honesty and in truthfulness. That is why we make vows. The vow is supposed to be your signature of truth to the other party, that you love them, you'll be there for them until death do you part. Today people marry and the story is not good. So, Papa, that's all I will say. What is your next thing? Go ahead, sir.
Yes, Bishop. I have a follow-up. And this happened.
Can you speak up and sit up? Yes, so I can enjoy you.
Unfortunately, this happened to the man.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it can also happen to a woman.
Yes, sir.
A man can also cheat on a woman. So, my point is, what advice will you give people before they get into this mess?
Unfortunately, see, today's world, because of travel, because of long distance and so many things, people just go and marry, and they marry because we also, I am a pastor, we are some of the problems that are bringing these issues up. Otherwise, if a man wants to marry a woman, he has money. If a man wants to marry a woman, he has stature. He is a brand. He is going out to pay money, bride price, 1,000, 2,000, give clothes, set up a party and go to a family to honor the woman that you're taking home. You cannot just go into somebody's house and just go and marry because they go to the same church. It is the pastors that are doing everything. Pastor said they are okay. She sings in the church. She's an usher. So pastor said and the people marry. But otherwise, before a man takes his money, his clothes, his everything to any woman's house to marry, the man is supposed to know the woman very well. That is why in the African culture, if you're going to marry any woman, the woman's parents ask the woman, Kwame, Adonteng Boateng said he wants to marry you. Do you know him? You know why they ask him, do you know him? It means that has the woman experienced the man and knows everything about him? If she say yes, before the family agrees. But before you take your money and your time and everything to that woman's house to honor her, respect her before her parents, it is necessary to do a due diligence, because you cannot go and buy a car that you don't know how the car is going to work for you. If you go to the car dealership, there is a Toyota, there's a Mercedes-Benz, there's a Jaguar, there's a BMW. You carry money. It is your choice to marry a black, white, brown, yellow, or any type of woman. You, the man who carries money. They might accept you that you are not fitted for their family. That is their call. But because you have money, you may decide to go buy Hyundai. You know, so it is necessary that before you enter into anybody's family, you must know them. You must know the woman. If she's angry, how will she behave? Is she a cheat? Is she a liar? Is she a fraudulent individual? Is she a pretender? How is the family? How is the father? How does she respect her father? How does her mother treat her father? These are things, once you're getting involved in the family, you're going to experience everything. And under normal circumstances, you're supposed to have a full preview of the family before you enter, so that there are no surprises and shocks. One of the reasons why today marriages are struggling is because of surprises. You marry a man, you don't know him. You marry a woman, you don't know her. She's a very disrespectful individual. You go into her and now she's trying to destroy everything you have worked for. You marry a man who is a cheat. He sleeps with everybody. He's a womanizer. But if you have at least full knowledge, at least a certain percentage of what the person is capable of doing, if you go there, there will not be surprises. This is why we're struggling. This is why these problems come. So if you go marry a man, if a man comes to marry my daughter, and my daughter tells me that before the day before marriage, the man went and slept with another woman, the man is a dirty man. The man is a, let me tell you something. Bema onam ho. Now ta did that, any man did that. Who if you and I bad luck. Bema sans niama ye maneda. Bema oni ajuada, oni amada, oni akusiada, oni nkofo ye no mukwa de da. Ne ho ntono do. It is not good to make promises, preserve somebody's daughter. You're going to marry my daughter. Then the day before you go sleep with your ex-girlfriend. If you want the ex-girlfriend, go stay with her. But you don't come and dishonor my daughter and her whole family by behaving like that. In the same way, the women that are out there who sleep with their ex-boyfriends a day or 2, 3 before their marriage, they are full of witchcraft. See, if you enter into such a woman, she will destroy your life completely. That's what I'll tell the men, and this is the advice I'll give the women too.
Thank you. Bishop,
can you speak up, please? I can hear you.
Is it okay for a man to have more than one wife? I have a friend that have 2 wives. I have another friend in Nigeria have 35 wives. 35 wives. Let me start with the 35 wives. You see, if you go to the Old Testament, Solomon had more than 1,000 wives and more than 1,000 thousands of girlfriends. At the end, anything that you enjoy more and more and more in life, it kills you. Too much of everything in life is bad. You see, women, they are made to be the sweetest thing a man can enjoy. The finest thing God gave unto man after everything was done was a woman. Full of a beautiful breast, nice body. A woman's body is supposed to sound like a melody to the ears of a man. I agree.
But if you open your ears too much to this melody, it will kill you. So many men in life have been destroyed by women because they gave themselves unto them. If I would personally advise a man, I'll tell you, listen, even having one woman in your life alone is hell for most men. Not all of them. But even having one woman in your life alone for most men is a hell. Let alone to go have 2. 2, the night women have hormones. And there are times when they feel horny. They feel they want to have sex. And that is why it is necessary that a man and a husband must always be on the same bed. If the woman feels like having sex, she can put her leg on her husband and they have sex. Otherwise, there is the possibility or tendency for her to go and cheat. That is why the Bible said, what God has put together, let no man put asunder. So, a man that is married to 2 wives. Today I'm sleeping with 1. While I'm sleeping in this one's house, the other one is also there. Her body chemical is telling her she needs a man to have sex with her. But the husband is not there. She's going to take your driver. She's going to take the watchman. I know women who foolishly sleep with their husbands' watchmen or security men or their husbands' workers because they are so low. So if you go marry 2, maybe you are rich. You have all the possibilities to make life comfortable for them. At the end, your life is going to be destroyed by this woman because no matter how they love each other and respect you, they all have their agenda. Everybody wishes that once you die, they can also have their part. So if you are loving me too much, I wish now that you are loving me, if you die quick, I can make my profit out of you. So marrying 2 or 3 doesn't make anybody happy. If you want sex, a good wife should be able to give you all the sex you need. A good wife who understands the intricacies of marriage, who understands the principles of marriage, will do everything and make sure the husband is satisfied so you can sleep good. Why then do you have to go and follow and marry another woman? Why do you set... So many men, we set ourselves up for things we don't need. You don't need a second wife. After Solomon chased all the women in the world, including some women from Ethiopia, from Uganda, from here, the day Solomon died in all his glory, you know where he died? He died in the house of an Egyptian woman, in the house of an idol. Pastors, we don't talk about that because where he died is so dirty. okowu wo bosum fie ewo Egypt ni ba fie ebiaso ma de bi ya ode bebere beku nti biase nipa de oti biase na ye bibia na wadwene ho me ma pe mada menyini I've done that, I've been there. Obi ti baby frame me say me a womanizer mesren because ehun hia me baby amedu no enche bia me call retirement me pray say metimi aye bibia to mani mu adachi me ni biase a one thing I don't think what in dinda eno so won fa so dan say be ma obedi mba chi say me ko ware too ena the fact say be man so bi onamo I don't think what in won fo I don't think what in you nte ne kasada ohun ne da ama otimu nya o desa o. It is not everybody that is cheering you who is celebrating you. Yeah, come food you are from now chacha and an epe. Intimate to be a for Coco worry me, you know. Oban and it's internet nipa was uncle top was now warrior about couple warrior with ye. Warrior about door, or bob bedino cramount, or bob better was say, or bob burn once your mount, or board in a coma be mount, or bow ufra bontin befia none any ages a woba. Bebre na ye nhwe we nyina oye nurse me ko ware no ni papa was ka me ko ware no obi a won pe oye nware no e na oba nso on pe wa hyase a won pe wa wieye obesa wo bibia. There are so many women that are married to people who never love them. Me ko fo bi Africana ba mama be ware no because oni ma nyina da wo kromo oni ma nyina da wo kromo ukofa na Africana ba oba be bu kwase a enye pe na opel baby odi no ko no e na interest wow yes oba be sell. That is what we are suffering now in the lives we live. Go ahead, sir.
A married couple were having a loving and peaceful life. The wife had a friend, a best friend that looks like her sister almost. Not long, the man and the wife had problems and they divorced. And the man married the best friend of the wife.
Papa, say that again. That is serious, man. Go ahead.
The man married his wife's best friend.
A man and his wife lived, and the wife had a best friend.
Yes.
Long after the woman left the marriage.
Yes.
And then her best friend agreed and
married the man.
Okay. What I'll say is today, and this is for every woman that is watching, fake friends. Fake friends. You remember when you were with your husband and a friend was sending you videos about bad men, how wicked men can be, and you foolishly also watching and nodding your head to it, saying that if you are not happy, you have to walk away from your marriage. If you are like that, and you are paying attention to anybody, and 24 can't say, Mr. Car, what tell me that they told you, sister. So I worry, not say who could you boo mount. One worry, who could your door mount. Ukune bibia se be ma ye mawa baby a wedu no ma wani so ho enye bi de bia na ebro nya o ye de bia na ebro nya oye ni yi a ebe yi ama but ukodi wadamfo achi ukodi obi achi ona otufu ona o kire ode aye se ukuna ka watere mo da na otuja na enye ye o chi se na ni mre ye enti baby o woni ye ni ye enti wadamfo no because one of the most painful things you can experience in life is a fake friend. They smile to you. They give you money if you need. They feel like they are support. They advise you. You tell them all your stories and they say all things, but they are fake. What you have, they wish they got it. What you have now, they wish they got it. Fake friends are like lions. They pretend, they fake, they take their step one by one, only to bring you down. Be careful of your fake friends. However, I don't know why the husband chose to marry her best friend. Sometimes men do so out of the fact that maybe her best friend is not married. The man sees the character of the best friend. Lady oye pa o. Sanka me wife to say anka me papa. Oba no so awaye no so we say ni former boyfriend bi pa. And maybe Gugana pa me share. It is an wire san okono. Sabi, yes, the word Bruno no wakoko. Bema sano. Ebia me Canada for his one to pecru yebi. Not no onyanka na nyanka. Me mpa me boane sa asuma si krumenya be me bisa anka me pe. And also wako tieti nkofo no wejai. Na bebia Wesuma burama na okoto de efa ho ben. Se weja ukunu. Weja no ko mpe. Ena wadamfo nso ni kunu. Ena wakofa no. Sister, hweso na ko anim. Ade obi mpe no, obi pe. Nti wona wo so wo mpe. Ena wadamfo abefa so opa. Se bia mema de ema ne bebreta ka me uja mi a menya be me bia so menya be me bi nti weja na mpa wadamfo nso pe. Obefa hweso na ko baby. Na upanka oye ni ye man ye ma. Enye da bia na ye bronya. It is not every day that is Christmas. So it is not every day that is a party. And in life, whatever you have, you got to make the best out of it. It stays good for you. Some women are married. They are struggling to find happiness in their marriage because their mind is always somewhere that if I leave, there's a man called Jima outside who might love me, a politician, a president, maybe a king, a chief might marry me. So they are not happy what they have. But you know what? There's also somebody out there who, as little as your husband might be, she might be content with it. If you marry as a woman, you must be content where you are. Your contentment brings your happiness. Your contentment brings you saturation to enjoy where you are. You understand? But if a woman is married and she's not content because she's still looking for a man that will fit her profile, she's married, but she's out there looking for a type of a man she hasn't met yet. She has to go to the magazine or go to Hollywood and find them. And the sister wa worry, bra wa worry. Any poor worry or so when he show a worry. Baby anyo ye, debi ana ebronya. Ye de kuta woni ye, manenye ye ma. Siesie ukunu masuta mi she onko shebi. Siesie wo yire ema de amani she wa bontro no zunko shebi. Efe kwa, odo ede kwa, wunya odo da on. Bra mi nchiro. Odo ede sinsika. Na mmom obi kasa achiro so odo ede sinsika so adwene wo ye be ma. Because se uni sika na ukodi odo echi. Una mwa no obi abeji wudo nti scratch. Yesi odo ede sinsika. Na mmom yire ho na ye adwuma. Wo ye be ma. You know what I want to tell you? Work hard. Wo ye be ma and create ho ma obabi nkasa wo ye average Joe. Adonteng Boateng nya average Joe. You know why? Me kun anapani awiane anwumre ye adwuma se me wufra asase so kwa me nananum ne machiri mabeka se ye nana ne ye friend Adonteng Boateng nti bi da nti as a man you work not to create yourself as an average Joe. Hold your shoulders high, hold yourself high, hold your integrity high, show yourself as worthy for a woman to call her husband. Work hard, show yourself as worthy for your children to call. That is my daddy. They're proud. What you say? Now ubobra na se wanye adwuma na se ubo akwadworo uye ni se krache me se na ukodi se menya obabi odo ede sinsika nti odo me onhwe sika obi abeje wodo oba na ade na kohye dem na wo miemia ne kuro se ekuro tu ne nan miemia ne kuro no wu a enan na wo miemia na odo bedwane agyaw me de maka akere wo kokko ye adwuma ememe mu mienye adwuma eden nenye sika onye sika ebro uwo bia nkukọ ebebu so se be obi emu kwase ate me da sise utie mafuto nyame nhira papa say ka ne ye. God bless you. Papa, go ahead.
A very rich African woman.
Hey, Papa Trema Sante.
A rich African woman has succeeded in marrying 7 husbands.
A rich woman
has succeeded in marrying
7
men, and all the men are friends, and they carry the woman on their shoulder wherever she goes. So what do you think about something like that?
Okay, let me tell you something. Most men like that, they are opportunists. I know men who don't like to work. They always want women to take care of them. I know men who they always dress shepherd, shiny. Some, the foolish women like shiny men. A man that is always dressed shepherd and they always have a comb in their pocket. Every time before they go to the woman's house, they comb their hair so that they look sharp. And some stupid women always want to spend on them. But I'm telling you, if it's not for an opportunistic tendencies, no man should ever agree that a woman, unless she's a prostitute, a woman has a husband and she has so much money, it means that you are not going there for love. The institution of marriage is meant for love. Marriage is not meant for opportunity. If anybody marries you for opportunity, give them time. If they don't need the opportunity anymore, they will begin to show you their true character. If you marry anybody because at a time it is convenient for them and they don't come to you in love, give them time. They will begin to show you their true character. How rude, how disobedient, how ungrateful, how unappreciative they are. Because they didn't come to you for love. And you should never marry anybody with an agenda. Most of these men you're talking about, they married a woman with an agenda. They are broke. They don't have life. They don't have a vision. A man that has a vision should never go to a woman and say, I'm going to marry a woman because she is rich. I want to be rich as a man because I'm supposed to be the head of the household. In these circumstances, the child is turned. The woman is the head of the household and she's marrying 7 men. All of them, she's chained them like dogs. She is a Jezebel. She is a Jezebel. She carries a dirty spirit. That is why prostitution is not good. If a woman is made to love only one man, every woman, every good woman, she can't say I love, she can't tell her boyfriend I love you and say that she loves her husband. Women are made to love only one man at a time unless she carries witchcraft sin. That's how she can tell another boyfriend, you are a darling, a sweetheart. But otherwise, once she's married, her commitment, her whole world is supposed to be for the husband. So how can one woman marry 7 men and tell them, I love all of you? They are hungry people. A hungry man is an angry man, looking for opportunity. Nobody should marry in life for an opportunity. Nobody should take advantage of another person. Pretend like, see, some men, I know they don't love certain women. But now, because the woman's breast is firm, her butt is big, he wants to go have sex and have children with them. Only after having children with a woman and then they abscond, they run away. If you treat a woman like that, you've killed her. If you have children with a woman you are not ready to settle life with, you have killed a woman. And if a man does that, the man will suffer in life. If you're a man and you have children with a woman, and are not prepared to take care of the children and be responsible for her, you have damaged her for life. Most men today don't want to marry a woman with somebody's children. You understand my point? So once you go into a woman to marry her, you should be ready with the responsibilities of being a father and a husband. Otherwise, you're destroying such a woman. And you can't destroy anybody's life. You will suffer in life. That's why so many men are suffering, because they took advantage of other people. Thank you, Papa.
Yeah. Now, I think my last question. Can you advise these young, beautiful girls and young boys who are in a hurry to be grown-ups, you know?
People who want to be grown-ups. There's a song I'll sing, and it's an old song. Obra, Obra, Obra. Anywhere, you see, today, people see Adonteng Boateng sitting here. My name is everywhere. I am meeting everybody. People call him as we sit here and see people who are calling from Ghana and everywhere. And they want to be me now. But you can imagine how much I have suffered to be where I sit. Ochamas, until my blessing didn't start this year. My grace didn't start this year. I have suffered, Papa. I have suffered, Papa. Until Uber to me. Now, who knows how many more shrine? Na me da pakemone ye bonyum na me tonyum frebe na me pejamia e ma wani mmereme e ma na nya wo se o we de me koye biebe ya ma me eno tia na obi wo ha oya na anye ya ma no se ni adonti o de aduro na ye na dwuma because no fit san ko tene mu ana nka etu obra ye mo ne sa o obra ye si ye mo ne bede obra ye mo ne bede in life. Don't rush to go be a husband because you see Adonteng Boateng running around as a husband. Don't rush to go be a wife. One of the reasons why so many women are struggling now, her friend got married. She's not ready. She's not ready from the kitchen. She's not ready from her father. She's not ready from her mother. but she wants to step out there and go be a wife. A wife means responsibility. A wife means maturity. A wife means integrity. A wife means seniority. Once any man marries you, the man marries you with a crown on your head. And that crown should not be taken for granted. A married woman is supposed to hold herself in high esteem because she's a queen. How do you become a queen of a place where you are not ready for? You will mess up. How do you become a king? If a man is ready to marry, that man is ready to become a president of a nation. If a man wants to be a husband and a father, he must think himself as a president of a nation. You know why? There's only one vote that makes you a president. That is your wife. The woman must be ready. And the man also must have wisdom. I heard a woman telling me not too long ago, Bishop, please, I'm praying for a husband. I need a man that is rich. And I said, you will suffer a lot. I said, oh, are you cursing me? I said, no. Today, most of you don't like the truth. You can't crunch. You can't crunch. You can't crunch. Musobi bo mudia. No cranye diabo. But I do be who be done with him dance here. Never ever, a woman should never go out there and say, I'm looking for a rich man to marry. When you say rich, I'm not looking. Money is good. So having a fair money is fine. A man cannot marry you without money. He has to be able to take care of you. But if you go in for looking for rich, you will be misled. Go in looking for a man with intelligence. A man with good character. A man who can put things together. A man who can lead. A man who will bring nothing out of something and make a substance out of it. This wealth, only a matter of time. You, the woman, you'll be proud to say, oh my God, that's my boo, that's my baby, that's my husband. But if you go looking for a man that is already rich, a man that is already rich is somebody's man. A man who is already rich, because let me tell you, once, I'm not a virgin when I married. I wasn't a virgin. I've seen women. Therefore, somebody cannot come and demand me as I want rich because it is not your body type, your boobs, your butt, that things makes me anything. I enjoy friendship out of a woman. I enjoy love out of a woman. I enjoy some company. That is why I want a wife. That's why I want a friend. But otherwise, any man that is not a virgin should not be surprised that a woman has butt, a woman has body. We're looking for a woman with intelligence who says, babe, I overheard you talking to your business partner about this. Have you had this thought? Oh, so babe, thank you. This is why we come together to marry. It's not for body. If you go marry any woman because of her body type, because she's rich, because her boobs are strong, her butt is big, you're wasting your money. You're going to waste your life. You don't need that. And a woman should also go to a man and said, a girl came and said, I'm looking for a man that is 7 feet tall. I said, go to the NBA. If you go to the NBA, all the guys there are 7 feet. Some are even 8 feet. Shaq is almost 9 feet. Or go find Goliath. Goliath is tall and big. If the man is short and the man has wisdom, and the man has strong energy to do things, you'll be happy forever. Women are married, they just jump into marriage. The man is rich. Maybe the man will pay my rent for me. The man will give me this. And they just jump in. Later, they are not happy. They are living with angry face. They were not supposed to go in there. They forced their way there because of an opportunity. And they are not happy. You should never marry anybody you are not ready to love. Otherwise, then you are a sham. You are a fraud. You understand my point? Yes. Okay. And then you were talking about the DNA also. What about your DNA stuff?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Obama, when you oba eti wawarinu, eko se oko cheki ne manu DNA.
Yes, sir. Bema wawari onu ne yirete no. Yeah. Obeka so okoye DNA.
Oko cheki oyirinu any mafana DNA because onyi ni se ne mane mofrano.
I won't say. It's a idea where cost war Ghana pass say Nigeria crowd their time. Bema bini obe Bobra could do baby or say me Tilemon Tinemina and Qualano me fee say a you be ma. And yes, a Bema Jenny Sadama or baby. enya de papa because the moment obeko hospital and akọ court house akoye DNA wa akwala no so no se nkwala no ye oba I'm telling you what damage you omo forever se nkwala no ye wo ma na se abanesa what damage you omo forever enye wo man so a the fact say wakoye DNA we humpo se enye wo ma no san nkwala no what damage you omo forever enti anka ne papa mu a anka metu be me bia afu se obetumi a senesitie bia wonyi ni ogidi o ebiase se bi yetimi obetumi fa abontenso ni bakra hwe no enkwala na ye de odin na ato omo una omo fra odade emfi maame no respecting kwala no ebiase boni bi onipa be ye bi obetua ho ka a se wo ba oni ne kunu te wetimenya kukudu akoba ne nem ama bema foforo ne nada woni kunu achi asane na fa yefuno wan kanche ni kunu sister oba bia odi opa asema make mama ne ncheke oba bia waware ware o twempra woni kunu achi ya hwe ne mada achi odi opa mu fom ne nto fom oba bia waware onware no te awade ase na wo twempro ne mema twempra sama no se hwi anye no a eka ne ma te futom de mama ne se enam se aware in Africa for ya aware no me fie me osofo but me fie pa abosom wo ho enkonwa so wo ho se me kwaware a Africa ni Ghana ni ba oba na busu afọ beka se me fa nsa snap ebia miensa entuma mienu sei oba no so fie busom wo because Ghana ni bia fie busom wo adekonta ya gi snap ne se Saudi sikampo ne ma ya sela wato nsa no because ya mamre adekonta oba na busu afọ na gi nsa no snap no ene ne se efi obusom ne ye de nsa ne bi kwa koma wo mo se yenua ba adwoa na ye ba adwoa ye jaina ma asomasi asona busuafo wei e de ne nkọ apama beto abusuan no abusuma wo ya sene ntamu o enti na ohwe ma ya Africa for ya wade ankasa pa ne enye asoida mu die no o asoida mu die ye for makeup kekese munhwe o ya ye bi but Africa for wade pa eye fia wade no enti be ma ne de nsan ba ya jinsa no dodo na omo de bi gu form una nanom akosia nanom ya pam between me and wo say ma be fa o ma ware se oba no fi machi ani be ma bi koda ani be ma bi kodi odo ani be ma bi kodi agora se mimi fi abosom kra anye na dwuma because of the efia kasa nkofo na omode ne ma ye no asema me ko be kasa sofo na echechem ta me da me pano kre me nyo sofo am be twa won tro be kan say this is what it is when na ekum nipa ne bebre no nti oba bia wan ware a wo ma wo twempra wo kunu achi ya na dodo na me sim opa ma me fo no ntrasen kan kre say omo twa omani omo ma wie ye koye esen eye saade na e wa ase no e be wi ase no wo oba ne anya ohwia wo ma no ne ase wo mo the continent penifo so oba ye bosom ye nya ne basabasa bosom ye dinini nyame nso ye dinini ade bi yesunsun bia you're supposed to respect it. Into a woman is supposed to be respected, but she must respect herself for her to be respected. Enti oba ntimi ehun ne ho sa na so wo kunu oni be me bi nso akoda woni kurachi asa akofa yefunu sister dia ukunu e ka so ye die ni e tan e fun but oba ma no ho kwan ma ne kunu kura adwene ye ne se wo se me koye die ni ma me ho a it says a lot of things about you, the woman. Not just a war ban, you cannot be trusted. Oba wa wari nyo bi na bo watenase o, wa na bo ho atenase. Oba wari a nye be ma na wa wenzi be ma na bo na transe be ma na ma mpie da bi. Wa na bo ho atenase se anyankofa bi mejai. Me ex-boyfriends me no mu nkodi agoro. Me ex-boyfriends nya fe na me no kokasa. Because what bo ho atenase obi di kawa hyew nsa obi di enumonyama hyew wona wo so bu ho enye se ukodi agro bi ma eya ukunu kura se me yiri nya we a obeye oba warefo enye fe because oba warefo enipa ko ebu enipa kura fere oyo obi yiro unti bi da oyo obi yiri na akwakwa ni sa no. People have honor and respect for you as a woman, but ututo ho ase na afi ko wi ase nkofo se o yire no oni ni boyfriend bi be me bi ni nada already ase wani munyam waton ebi ase ade ba ko anipa to atale ne boden me she to na boden tire bo me ne boden me de kame ho ya me ho a e ma manumunyam onipa ni ade ba ko yem physical to but obetimi afa no fofofo eye na mukuase enipa sene abrabo si tie ne baby onem bia no. You have to respect yourself. You have to hold yourself well. Ebi obi mu obetu etwa ntorato so me tie me per life obetu ahima kasa papa e womanizer e ono an lie minim baby am free ema se me gay inti me pemba ema na me pe mema. But aside that, me dwene me ho bobra se metimi aye bibia ma baby amedu no metimi akoma ni nye mba na ehia me sese matra sa pempen so obi betimi atwa ntro sa ato so nipa betimi aka se me se amfa nto so be mama na nye ho because asama ide to so ko wiase ko ye ho a na wa ye ne mugiase ama wa ho ne wa brabo nyina papa de na aka
obi afra me asane me test ene mofra wamba abofra bi wo ha opabrewa ana emerwa no bi so epe mofra eya de papa.
I hear said today there's a lot of young men in Ghana that are chasing old ladies because they want money. If you are an intelligent man, Ochemasante, sitting here, the sperm that come out of me is my blood. If a sperm comes out of a man, he has poured his blood. Sex is something that I feel sad that people think sex is fun, so they can just be sleeping around. The fact that you are young and your male organ is strong doesn't make you a strong man. If you allow your erection to lead you, your direction will be a mess. If a man allows his erection to lead him in life, his direction in life becomes a mess. You should never allow your erections to direct you in life. So a young man that is chasing after an old woman, that man, if I see them, I shake my head like this because usually at the end, they sell their blood to those old ladies. And these days also there's a lot of women that are they do occultism, divinations, and a lot of things. The moment you sleep with her, you have entered into the mouth of a snake. The moment you sleep with her, you have entered into a port. You have entered into the sea. So I will never advise young men to ever go about chasing after older ladies. An old lady that is chasing after a young man, I see them as witches. They want to destroy their destiny. Faith is my son. You can imagine Faith, my son, telling me this old lady is interested in me. That woman is a witch. He sees a star, a destiny of this young man he wants to destroy. If a lion is here chasing after an antelope, antelope don't stand for the lions to kill them. They run away. That is why the Bible says, flee fornication. Flee means run away. So you shouldn't be excited that an old lady is interested in you. It's good to be nice, to be friends, respect them, get their wisdom. But you shouldn't make sex galore, sleeping with an old lady as a crown. On the other hand, an old lady chasing after a young man. Mami akwala uchen akwala bi mami penin ebi kro wokun. No ama orebi boy bi enene da. Omuno ho oye bayfo ya kan be ya be yenye obi otunkwa usuni uban bi ni ama obi oye ne manipa kansa oye bayfo. You understand? Because mami penin a wo bobre bi awo ma ba ko mienu miensa. Now I'm a small boy being so no that because sebi was sick cow. Oh, Debbie, Mammy for amoyas, I miss Ramo, oh, you'll be out open qualan. Obeka say be ankofo nhwe. Eba ne sans obi amu. People don't see you well. And for the young men that are chasing after old ladies, cut it off. And for the old ladies also, that are so flirtatious, so greedy and selfish and wicked, evil, and you're allowing young men to sleep with you, you're only a next to dog. Please, doggy, stop being a dog. Hold yourself in respect and integrity. Life is good. You will find your man and you will enjoy. Papa, what else?
Bishop, I thank you for answering all my questions. I'm just the same. I ran out of questions right now.
All right, so if you're watching, this is Bishop Adonteng Boateng. I feel so blessed on this particular Wednesday to come to you live and to enjoy this moment with you. I don't know if you have any questions, whether they have any questions they can throw up for us to enjoy their questions. Please, Papa, can you get me my tablet? I think my tablet is right there. Let's see if I can find some questions. Usually people have so many things. So, Papa Chemasan, to give me a few minutes, let me see if the live will date. People have questions because I cannot live without answering their questions also because people have so many things. And if you're watching, this is Papa Chemasan. Can I ask you how old you are now?
14.
You're 14 years old.
Yes.
I can tell from your beard. Oh my God. Papa Sante is one of the greatest Ghanaians we have in America here. And I feel so celebrated to have him by my side to be talking. He's lived in America for long. He knows everything about the United States of America. And today we are blessed to have Ochirema Asante, the great drama in our studios, talking to us. Papa, if you have any question, let me do, but I want to answer some of their questions online.
Okay.
Before we go. Life. Wow, my face is looking so frown. I don't know why in the camera. All right, so Papa, if you have any question, let me do. I want to answer some of their questions. Let me do this. I didn't start early, so I don't see any question. Let me go to a different spot. Okay. Let me do this. I don't see the questions. Anyway. Okay, so I started late, so I'm not seeing the questions coming up on my thing. I'll end it here and then
Question
question is that
Obisa say teacher for omuni school for nkwada edan.
Teacher for how many school kwalada. As they did kind of say mimi taka Ubeje say minim school teacher bi oyo ba mami peni o we kra bi si America ya ewo Mrs. Seattle boy black Indian American boy bi teacher ni ba owo ikun ne ma na on student ba kon twempena ene ye che ne ko jail oko jail ba on ne boy ne be ware any boy never womba, boy ne jano. Na just Oshimwa. Now, why about Kun Jai thinking, say we yaw dono? A your drunk a boy in yano. Ujai is our rieno. Say we yaw do, won't be down. Call jail, you know, and any abris still over, or free jail and sin a boy never tonight. But if you ask a boy in jana, I any good. Boy, knock off 4 bar for 4. Bema, you bet me a 4 bar 10 beer. Yana me 2 man for say a war ban or responsibility say a man who crime my baby be and me pel keke. A man in your office say be maybe pel or baby or say be maybe peme. Sister anyone that's all yakwala. But penna war pe one it's your responsibility so be training say who class. On say man maybe or shana worry about kusoni in the man try and quote in the baby. Say boy ne jano. That's why I'm very depressed because boy ne jano. Bema dear. Now, what's some will be son of me? Ya no say. Sana man where whopa teacher ni papa na yes air time. It's a matter of time. Ubit me a kotoa semu baby. I got that jail because of Sanya man. Ena afin zon kwala no so. Minima kwalebo krumwa. Oko exams. Wanya dear. Oko college no oko force any teacher ni nada. for need teacher ni o my ama teacher ni die e college teacher ni so ono no da wie no on person adwuma be bo no nti o sa fail akwala no kokeka and o say me no wan na because of say o pass when I wo ba me ho o ya me wo camera e wo me fie onyina me yi a kire wo. You force your way for him to have an affair with you, and now you are turning around, which an money be brave. Obejeje wa, ajeje wa no test no save recording, or no kasa no save audio, no no other, or say maybe blackmail you. Share. If you are seeing you be an anybody, you be an anybody. Ni people how they not grab him from 1 year ne watch na ebe count. To me, Masama me can say, and yes, a teacher be yes, or bow bema, they shouldn't do that. Teacher ni was so holding integrity together. Oh, poor ba, ma the woman na bontin bebre. But nya kwala wo chana then I take advantage of them. And yet, you understand my point? Me da say me patrol bibu obi uma. Bomodiana kasa why? And I even see ana nyame bo Wednesday near to us. Anyway, so faithful sing Yankopon Shroud. Elijah Bonnie, Nikwe, Yankopon Shapa, Faithful sing, videoed, did all the things as a studio manager and also so as a graphic design everything. So Faithful sing, I mean, shout Elijah Bonnie, Nikwe, and but they shout kese. Mami Mimi, Yankopon Shroud. Grace Sapon, God bless you. Elder Jima, so ewa, but then shout be brave, Papa Jima. Ochema Sante. Ochema next time also they would drums kit one about now but drums kakrama. Yeah. And next time men say best to unveil your talent and how blessed you are with that. Papa is Papa Ochema Sante. He's a senior citizen in the United States of America. I am blessed to have him here blessing me. This is Bishop Adonteng Boateng. I pray that my advice was good for you. And I pray that I spoke the truth and nothing but the truth before God and before man. Please respect yourself. Hold yourself in high esteem. Don't be greedy. Don't be selfish. Don't be mean. Be kind. Be sweet and be loving. And God will bless you. I love you, Bishop Adonteng Boateng. Yeah.